Hello and welcome to episode 3 of Get Fit with Oatopia. So, for those of you who still do not know me, I'm Ankur, your host for today's evening. So, let's begin our today's session. But before I begin with the topic, I want to put you guys in an imaginary situation. Let's imagine yourself weighing 110 kgs. I hope in real it doesn't happen to you, but just imagine. Imagine yourself weighing 110 kgs. And then I tell you to think of your ideal weight or say compete in any bodybuilding competition. Would you do that? Would you compete in a bodybuilding competition when you think that you are weighing like 110 kgs, big bulky muscle? So keeping that on mind, I have with me a very vibrant speaker today who went through a transformational journey, and he was weighing 110 kgs and then he cut down to 70 kgs while competing. So guys, think about the 30 or 40 kgs that he reduced in between. Yes. So he happens to be a computer engineer, but his zeal to keep up the passion for bodybuilding kept him going. So I can't really wait to invite Mr. Pintu Yadav to this live session. And there you go. Hello sir, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good too. Thank you for asking. So how have your last 3 or 4 months have been?
Without gym, it feels like lonely. Yeah, just like working from home. And I hope that everything is good at your home. Hope everyone is fine.
Yes. Certainly, sir. Thank you for your concern. Really grateful.
Yeah.
Alright, so moving ahead, my very first question to you would be something on your transformational journey. So you have been weighing a very bulky body, and then you directly cut down to a aesthetic look which you have currently right now. So would you like to share with the viewers of Oatopia about your transformation journey? How has it been?
First of all, it was very difficult in the beginning to start with. It was like coming out of your comfort zone, I can say. Means like just being at home, eating, not doing any workout like stuff. And then suddenly you realize that no, I have to change. I can't be like this my entire life. Something has to be done to bring out that change. So I was one day I was just thinking, I was in my engineering college, as you mentioned that I'm
okay.
Yeah, so I was in my second year of engineering, between second and third year of engineering. So I just I used to watch magazines of models, and I used to think of myself I'm so fat. Yeah, sometimes it feels you don't have that confidence in you, because of the physical appearance. So I thought of I have to change, and I have to do something to bring out the change, and I have to transform. So I started doing gym. In my engineering college, I started working out. I came across a lot of new trainers who used to give tips and everything. But what I did as a personal experience, I can say, is that I made my own routine. Basically what I have to do starting from morning 6 a.m. till night 10 or 11 at whatever time I sleep. So I followed that, and still I follow that, due to which I have reduced approximately 30-35 kg during that time frame. And also I had one.
How much time did it take?
To be frank, I had one goal in my mind, that the time when I leave my college, at the time of farewell, I'll be I'll reduce my weight to 30 kg. That was my goal, and I'm grateful and I'm happy that I have achieved that. So when I was when I was in my final year, I reduced approximately 20 to 30 kg in that time frame. I started working out at around between third year of my engineering until final year. I lost that, because I had this goal, I had this zeal, and I wanted to achieve that. So I did that.
True.
I was really happy for that. And one more thing,
Great.
I don't it's very funny. There was one of my friend, school friend. He was very thin, and I challenged him that on my college, on my engineering farewell, I'll wear your tuxedo and you will see it. And on that day, I hit his tuxedo and I went to the farewell parade.
Oh, wow. That's really, I think that was the source of inspiration or motivation for you.
You can say that. But yeah, it was like a very great journey, and I'm very happy that I have achieved that. And there are like still
True.
more to achieve, which like I'm doing in this,
Correct.
and I'm like managing each.
Absolutely, sir.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I feel that in the journey that you have been through, like all your struggle, hard work, I was wondering if you could tell us, like, कभी बीच में मन नहीं किया कि यार छोड़ दूं, अब बहुत हो गया, बहुत परेशानी हो गई. So, how did you used to convince yourself to keep up going?
Yeah, just like to be like honest with you, there was a moment, like there was an incident which happened with me, wherein I was like so frustrated. Like being an engineer, the first thing which you have to do is like you have assignments, you have exams, you have lectures to attend, and the most important thing is that your attendance should be 75%. Otherwise, you will be blacklisted. So keeping everything in mind and then giving time to gym, study, and also I had 4 KTs in my one semester. It was semester 4 at that time. So I was like so burdened and pressurized. I was like thinking that what should I do now? So like family also like started saying कि engineering कर ले पहले, बाद में ये सब होते रहेगा, पहले पढ़ाई पूरी कर ले, बाद में gym करना, पूरी जिंदगी है, all like usual Indian parents.
The Indian parents.
Yeah. So, but like what happened in my second year of engineering, when I was in between during my exam time, I was thinking like कि नहीं यार मुझे करना पड़ेगा. I stopped doing gym for 4 to 5 months due to this peer pressure and all everything.
In between the journey? Right.
Yeah, in between the journey, I just stopped. I was like totally stressed, frustrated. Today, when I was like going like to give my exam in the afternoon, while sitting in the rickshaw, I faced one incident where like we used to sit 4 people. Like there was a sharing auto in Palghar, the college we used to go. So 3 people behind and one next to the driver. So I was sitting next to the driver because the 3 seats were occupied, and I was sitting there and I was like, it's like this much space which is available in the front seat next to the driver, and I was feeling so embarrassed. And that time his like hands were also like touching my body, and I was not able to sit properly. So at that time I thought of like यार मैंने क्यों जिम बंद किया, मुझे अब तो कुछ भी करके पतला होना ही है, जैसे कि आगे I really need to do it, right? And I have to do this change. So I went, I gave my exam, I came out, and the very next day, the very same moment, like I realized कि मेरे को एक schedule बनना पड़ेगा जिसमें मुझे मेरे KTs निकालने हैं, मुझे engineering complete करना है और मुझे course भी करना है, सब कुछ करना है. So that day I prepared my own schedule, that what I have to eat, at what time I'll wake up, how many hours I'll do workout in gym or in like in garden, each and everything. So I started doing that, and while doing that, I was like really liking it, and I made my own. You can see meals also, like what I will eat at college, what I'll eat at home, everything. So yeah, there was a moment, but I overcame that, and I'm like really happy and grateful that I did that. I left my past.
Right.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be like this here, sitting with you, like in front of you, like that.
Really, I really appreciate, and it's like very motivational because your journey has been very much diverse, I could say that.
And also one more thing, being a fat, I used to travel like 2 years. I used to travel, like I used to stay in Bolsama and space, which was like 2 stations ahead of Palghar. And in third and fourth year, when I started this fitness journey, I thought of like मुझे मेरे घर से ही करना. Like I used to share my aunt's place, and staying at others' place and doing all these things, it's like not possible because you have to go with their rules, with their norms, and at what time you will sleep, at what time you will be. So I thought of like I'll shift my place only and I'll do whatever I want to do. So I used to wake up around like 5:30 in the morning, and I used to leave my house at around 6:30 in the morning, 6:30, 6:45 max. From Vileparle to Palghar, I used to travel every day. Yeah, from Vileparle to Palghar, I used to travel every day. And I had this one thing in my mind: whatever happens, I will not get a single KT. I will clear my engineering exam, and I'll also lose my weight. These 3 things were my goal. And at the end of the engineering, I'll also get a placement in my company.
Really nice.
Which I kept in my mind throughout my entire third and fourth year journey. I started working out. I never skipped gym even a single time. There was a moment like it's raining heavily, so it can be like accepted. But if it's not raining heavily, things are good. I used to go gym. When like people used to ask me like तू धूप में तो जिम जा रहा है, इतनी बारिश में तो जिम जा रहा है, तू कैसे करता है, कॉलेज आता है फिर जिम जाता है, so people used to like start asking me questions on everything. If you can see the comments, my friends are typing bolsa, they know me very well.
Right. So, okay. Means, and for the viewers who do not know, the distance between Vilepale to Palghar is around like 100 kilometers.
Approx, I can say approx. To be frank, it used to take 1.5 hours from Vilepale to Palghar. 1.5 hours.
Palghar.
So in a total,
wow.
24 hours, 3 years was like my train journey for 5 days. And,
great.
And then I used to come.
Perfect. Yeah. Please, when you used to come.
Yeah, when I used to come from my college, I directly used to go to gym. I thought that I shouldn't wait a single moment because I have to do it for my betterment and I will do it and I will achieve it. So it was like that. I used to leave my college Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
As rightly said by you, the motivation that we seek comes from within instead of seeking outside. Yeah. So I think your motivation was completely you to get into the tuxedo of your friend. Absolutely.
One thing which I can say is that friends also play a very important role in the change which you bring in yourself. Because there might be chances like when people might say something on your face, which as a fun part, but that there will be one corner in your heart where like you might not feel that like good about that thinking.
Correct.
Chalo, on that in that scenario, in that phase, you can laugh, you can enjoy that moment, but somewhere you will feel कि यार नहीं यार क्यों थोड़ा पतला होना चाहिए. Then you will look in yourself in the mirror and then you will see कि नहीं यार कुछ तो करना है. So that also plays a very important role in each and everyone's life, so that they feel
I think
motivated and then they go out and do the change in themselves or whatever they see around themselves. It's like that.
Absolutely. Association of good people also matters a lot.
Yeah, that also plays a very important role.
All right. Moving ahead, I think you would be the right person to answer this question because I think there are a lot of Indian parents who do not understand the importance of protein in one's life. So I was just wondering if you could highlight the intakes of protein that a normal being and a bodybuilder should take and include in their routine.
See, Ankur, to be frank, when I started my fitness journey, being from a fat kid to thin boy and then a muscular and then competing in competition. Yeah, so I was not more keen on the nutrition part, which I will inform you frankly that I was not more into my nutrition. I used to skip meals also, to be frank, during my fitness journey, which has affected me. I had a lot of muscle loss during that journey. I became thin, but I was not that muscular. So I read about nutrition. I started learning by myself. I read a lot of articles. I made my own chart. I read about macronutrients, micronutrients, what are carbs, what are proteins, what are fats. My parents were against protein shakes, first of all, which is like the proper Indian mentality that means double se body nahi banta, khana kha, roti kha, ये सब था. So yeah, that phase also came into my life wherein I convinced my parents when I bought my first protein box. It was like a very good thing, and I first of all I have to convince my parents basically when you go and buy a protein shake or protein powder, it costs approximately 4,000 to 5,000, which is like a huge amount if you see for a
correct.
So yeah, that is that. So I made my entire chart in a day how many proteins I have to consume. Considering the body weight which I had, I was 80 kilos at that time when I said 80, 90. So as per 80 body weight, how many grams? So one. So as I was saying that protein is the basic building block for muscles, I can say. Carbs are also necessary, fats are also necessary, but proteins play a very vital role in this thing because it helps you recover the muscles which you have there in the gym. It helps you recover, gives you the amino acid which is required for muscle building. and I started like I used
Right.
to have eggs, I used to include chicken in my diet and everything, whatever is good. So as per my body weight, yeah, good, sir. So as per my body
Yeah,
weight,
I think is
after
what would be the essential amount of protein that one should consume?
I can say 1 gram per lbs of body weight. Like for example,
Okay.
if you weigh 70 kgs, then in a day I can say 140 grams of protein you should intake for the body which you desire of. But in
Okay.
our Indian diet, that is not possible.
Correct. So considering this in my mind, I was wondering of the second question which came across was how do you think only the supplements that we consume, the protein that we buy from the market, if we could consume all of that with the natural nutrition that like carbs, let's say carbs and healthy fats, proteins which come from the natural things. So, is it really important to eat that protein that is comes from outside rather than the natural foods?
This is like I can say a very common question which most of the gym goers ask me कि protein खाने से मेरी body बनेगी क्या? This is like a common question. So for them, I would just like to tell them that the proper nutrition. Just a second, sorry. So I'm saying that I would just like to tell them that the proper nutrition, the amount of nutrition which you get from the food, that is like very good. You don't need to just go for like starting से कि मैंने आज से जिम चालू किया तो कल से मैं प्रोटीन डब्बा ले लूँगा, खाऊंगा तो मेरी बॉडी बन जाएगी. आप उनको like lavish off with precaution, whatever, but it is not that. Unless you have a proper, well-balanced diet, the right amount of protein, the right amount of carbs and fats in your diet. Even if you include protein powders, it's not gonna work out. It starts with your basic food, which you have the nutrients which you eat on a daily basis, like eggs, chicken, fish. And to fulfill those requirements, you can add supplements, which is a protein powder.
Achha.
Yes. But what I would recommend for a new gym goer or a fitness athlete is that first you have to fulfill your basic nutrients requirement, which comes from the food. Then you can jump onto protein.
Right.
Proteins are essential because we don't get that amount of, because see, if I eat 10 eggs or 15 eggs in a day, my body has to digest those 15 eggs also.
That is very important.
So wherein the protein powder comes into picture, wherein you have to add something in your body to fulfill. Like for example, if my goal is 140 grams of protein a day, and I'm eating 10-15 eggs, 500 gram chicken, peanut butter, each and everything. But what is the outcome? Like, am I getting all the 140 gram of proteins in my body? Like, is my body accepting everything or like that? So in that scenario, if I add 20 gram or like 20 gram of protein of 2 scoops, which comes around 40 grams. So I'm getting 40 grams like in a shake, which is like an easy thing.
Got it.
Apart from that, the remaining 100% I can get from the food. It's like that.
Oh, I see. Got it. And to fulfill, yes. Please continue.
Yeah, they play an important role, but basic thing which you get as a body, I can say, is from the food: chicken, fish, eggs, paneer, dairy products. But you have to start from food. You can't directly jump onto supplements.
Right. As rightly said by you, we have to start from food. And keeping that in my mind, Oatopia has launched his protein bars, which gives like 10 grams of protein in just a single bar. I think it could be a great help to the viewers, obviously to get up the protein nutrition. All right, moving ahead. Lots of the people I see, people are just when they go to the gym and say that I have got this injury or this injury due to something, maybe it's say overlifting or ego lifting, anything it could be. So I was wondering, what do you recommend if somebody suffers through an injury to heal itself in like very quick or something like this?
Injuries, first of all, are a common thing when you are an athlete or like aspiring to become an athlete. It's like you have to overcome those injuries. when I was like working out at like when I was like 110, 112 kg, I used to do pull-ups, but I was not able to. Due to which there was like an injury happened in this wrist. You can see this bone. It's like slightly dislocated. You can see like this.
Okay.
This
Yes,
upper
yes,
part.
yes, yes.
Yeah. This injury
Yeah.
happened to me. Yeah, it's like dislocated on my left wrist. So I was like
Okay.
working out. I was like doing the pull-ups, but while pulling up, my hand slipped and I fell down. And this wrist it got dislocated. I didn't felt pain on that very day, but next day when I woke up, my hand was like I was not able to shake it or like move it because like the bone was dislocated. It was like paining a lot. I went to the physiotherapist. He told me that you have to stop gym for like 6 months because ये बहुत बड़ा इंजरी हो सकता है अगर ये डिसलोकेट हो गया है ऐसा वैसा.
Ah.
So I thought of it. I thought कि नहीं यार मुझे करना है. And that time I just like started it because I stopped gym and then I started doing it with full josh you can say. And suddenly this happened. So I was like totally I can say sad about this like यार मैं आगे कैसे continue करूँगा इसको. So I thought when I spoke with a trainer, he told me like कि कोई नहीं तू आज जिम में हम लोग धीरे-धीरे करेंगे. We will do cardio and then फिर आगे proceed करेंगे. So injury हुआ था and then I started to live with my injury. So I used to do massage every day. I used to visit physiotherapist. I used to do exercises whatever I used to do. And वो ऐसा like कि the moment I started, I got used to this pain. And when slowly, gradually, I started increasing weights. Also, I started doing push-ups, then pull-ups, and then all of a sudden, this pain went away. It never came back, but this bone is still there. It never went back to its like original position, I can say. But yeah, the pain is nowhere. But injuries are like a part of your life, I can say. But you have to live with it and you have to overcome those injuries. That's all I can say.
Right, very true. And even in the case of injury and problems, if we see that we can't be stagnant on it, it's no end. It's always something learning out of it. Definitely agree with you.
Learn from your injuries.
I think, yes. And, pursuing bodybuilding is itself is a big challenge, I wonder. It takes a lot of courage for someone to aspire to become a bodybuilder because there is so much cost factor which is involved in training, let's say proteins or the diets and etc. The whole oiling that has been done means it's a huge cost. So my question to you is, what would you recommend to the aspiring bodybuilders if they want to be a bodybuilder? Should there be any other source of income?
There was a moment in my life when I thought of like becoming a gym trainer and skip the engineering thing. But this fitness industry is like very big. I can tell you that there is like a lot of investment, there's a huge investment in your body, but the outcome is not that much what you expect of. Unless you get a sponsor from a brand or you get a sponsor who sponsors in all your diets and workouts, routines, each and every supplement. So you can't in the beginning it will be like a really very difficult because first of all you have to invest yourself and then people will come out. They will like see that how you are basically, what are you doing apart from this thing and all everything. They will see your background, what you have achieved. So yeah, it's like a very I can say difficult industry to grow because right now there are a lot of trainers, a lot of bodybuilders who are trying to achieve big name in this industry, but everyone is not able to achieve that or reach to that place because it requires to that level also because it requires a lot of passion, dedication. You don't have to feel like I can say sad about it that he यार नहीं हो रहा है तो छोड़ देता हूँ ऐसा वैसा. You might face challenges, you might face financial problems also because in bodybuilding financial problem is the most common issue with many of the trainers and bodybuilders because you have to support your family, you have to support your diet also, you have to support your lifestyle, each and everything. So yeah, but I can say that it's like
so what
yeah, go ahead.
What do you think one could have that zeal of pursuing bodybuilding should have an alternate job to fall upon and then carry on by side.
Yeah. See, what I did is like, as you were talking about protein supplement, protein powders, I never bought a protein in my college life because I was not earning at that time. And buying protein for 5,000 is like huge amount, which I thought like I couldn't afford, and asking from my parents would be like wrong, because it's like I'm doing for myself. When I'll start earning, I will buy. So yeah, having a second job option, I can say, would like help you or boost you to achieve in this fitness, because you can support your family as well, and you can support your diet, your training plans, each and everything. So it will really give you a boost, and you can also spend on your multivitamins, supplements, whatever you feel like.
All right, completely. I'm really grateful that you answered that. All right, moving ahead, I think in this situation, when I see the fitness industry is completely shut, it's very difficult for oneself to train. I think you must be facing the same problem, because the intensity that you used to train in the gym is not happening at home. So to our viewers, what would you suggest, to keep our body in an optimal state? What are the nutrition or exercises that they could do at home which would keep them going?
Yeah, so the gyms are closed for like past 4-5 months. Like affecting a lot. And many people have also lost motivation, like who used to work out, I think they're doing nothing at home. For them, I would just tell them that try giving at least an hour at home. Do basics, I can say, like just push-ups, namaskar, squats, lunges, 3 bodyweight exercises. And you can also do crunches, leg raise. If you have a big house, and you can also like I can say the pull-up bars, which are like available in the market, you can get those, or you can also buy weights and start working out. I have also like bought weights. I do at home only workout. You can do skipping if you are not able to go out in compound or garden. At home only you can do skippings. Start with like 100, 500, and then do push-ups, namaskars, squats, lunges.
Got it.
Abs, crunches, leg raise. There are like a lot of home workouts which you can do just by sitting at home.
And what would you recommend for nutrition?
For nutrition, it's like you have to keep the way you were doing in gym. It's not like मैं घर पे हूँ तो मैं चल कुछ भी खा लूँगा, आज भजिया खा लेता हूँ, आज पराठा खा लेता हूँ. It's not like that. It doesn't work out. It's like then you will like come back to your original phase where you were. You will like feel that मैंने की है. So nutrition, like keep in mind whatever nutrition or diet plan you are following, follow that. If like sometimes it's not possible to achieve that due to lockdown and other issues also, but try to do what were your basic nutrition plan. Like you have proteins, like have eggs, have chicken thrice or 4 times a week, and drink warm water, have green tea, and say no to sugar as much as you can, so that you
got it.
And keep your nutrition plan as it is, the way you used to when you were in gym. Just think that your place has changed for gym. Your gym place has become your home. Do your workout at home, and kitchen is the place wherein you have like a number of things, but you have to keep in mind about your nutrition, and you have to do those things. What you are doing.
So especially in short, that you want to tell that the viewers to eat healthy.
Eat healthy. Don't go for like much oily food. I know that it's like raining heavily and you might crave for bhajiyas or vadas, but you can have in a week once or twice max, but don't make it a habit that you eat every day.
So keeping the healthy component in my mind, Oatopia, this has some bars which they are giving 15% discount until the Independence Day. So if anybody is interested, could order them as well. Got it. Yes. So we are towards the end of our session, Mr. Pintu sir. And I was wondering if the last a few pieces of advice that you would like to give to the audience.
As in like those who are starting to lose weight.
Anybody in general, to all our 16 people, whosoever is watching this.
Okay, so for them, I can only just say that the real motivation which comes from you. If you have to
Mhm.
change, you have to change. You have to move your ass off. No one else is gonna help you. It's just you. You have to bring out the change in yourself. Start with
Wow.
basic things. Don't go with the pro things that कि वो बंदा ऐसा करता है मैं भी वैसा करूँ. You can't achieve anything in just a month. I took like around like 3 years to achieve like reach till here. So start with
Wow.
the basic things. Start with a proper balanced diet. Don't rush and start doing things which people like pro bodybuilders do because they have taken those 10-15 years to reach to that level.
Absolutely.
So start basic things. Start your proper diet, nutrition. Consult a nutritionist, I can say, or a trainer whom you think can give you proper guidance to nutrition. Who can give you like proper suggestion like how to start, have a well balanced diet, and also start your workout properly. Don't rush out. Like for example, if you're doing workout in gym, also then don't go for ego lifting or ego weight training, which might affect you or like which might
Affect you.
give you like
Right.
lifelong injury, I can say. So go slowly, be passionate, be focused, and be motivated. I can see that. And dedication is the key thing, which you have to be like very much focused about it, and should have a goal in your mind. Ki, I have to do it, so I have to do it, no matter what happens.
Got it. Whatever the circumstances may be.
So there's one question in the comment section which says anything on loose skin after like so many weight loss. What would you suggest to them?
See, that's a very basic thing because skin holds all the fats, and when you lose that fat, the skin becomes loose from like I can say from the chest part, from your belly, or like from your lower love handles. I can say that. So the basic thing is that you have to gain muscles. You have to convert your fat. It's like I have a big biceps and it's like full of fat. What I can do is I can convert those fat to muscles so that your skin loosen up. And if you think that you are very huge, I can say like if you are like 140 kg, 50 kgs or 60 kgs of body weight,
Right.
then there are like huge amount because skin is like an elastic. It's like an elastic. You stretch it, it will get stretched a lot. जितना खींचोगे उतना खींचेगा, जितना उसमें भरोगे उतना वो भराएगा उसको. So जितना उसमें समझोगे it will become loose. So skin loose के लिए the best thing is surgery, which I can recommend. I haven't faced that because what I have is like I have you have seen me like in gyms also and everything, my shirt is going on everything because I have like changed my converted my fat into muscles. So जहाँ पे like skin का थोड़ा ऐसा मुझे लगता था I used to burn, I used to like convert it into fat, so muscle में convert कर देते. And like जैसे फिर drastic जैसे ज़्यादा skin loose रहेगा, bigger people like 140 kg, so the best thing is like surgery because they will like remove that part of skin from your body. Because it's like an elastic. Once you stretch it, it can't come back to its normal place. It can't be like this much. If it is this much, it can be this much. Yeah. So,
Got it. I hope it answers the question. All right. So thank you so much for sharing your invaluable information with us. I hope the viewers enjoyed it. I could see the herds flowing, non-stop while you were speaking. That's really great. Thank you for sharing everything, whatever you wanted to.
You're welcome, Uncle.
Thank you. Have a good day. Good night, sir. Actually.
Stay safe, stay home.
Yes. You too. Thank you, sir. All right. I hope this session would be a ray of hope or motivation for all of our viewers, whosoever is watching this. I'm so grateful to all of the 15 people who are still here and listening to the talk. So, I would like to end this session with a quote of Mahatma Gandhi. If we want to see the world changing, we should be the change. Thank you so much to my dearest audience for watching this video and supporting our live session. I hope you had a great time listening to our speaker, and we have lined up amazing speakers in our next and upcoming week. So Thank you. Thank you so much. And have a good night. Until then, eat smarter and live better. Yes.